Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dog himself. Listen, people approach me all the time each year, ask me, "Hey D, do you have some ways I can make some money on the side? I have a job, but I don't have a lot of time to allocate, to a new business, or my funds are kind of limited." So I get asked this all the time. What are some ideas of some ways I can make some extra money, right? Depending on my situation as far as availability and also, cash being there. So each year I make a new video in regards to top ways for you to make passive income. So this year in 2025, I have 10 of easy ways that people can make additional income. I'm also going to give a bonus one also. So 10 passive income ideas you can have in 2025. Let me share the screen with you to go over everything. Make sure we got it. Okay. And voila, we're there. Again, it's 10 passive income ideas for you guys to go over in 2025. We're going to explore smart ways to generate wealth with minimal effort, okay? And remember, guys, like I said, I'm not just saying tell you these particular things are going to make you rich or anything like that, but they are not too strenuous ways for you to be able to make some additional income, again, based off your availability, your capacity in regards to what you know about certain things, and also your funds, okay? Let's check them out. The first one is selling digital products. Learn how to sell digital products online. I know you guys have heard about Amazon stores and different things where you can sell different products. You can do things on Etsy. Um, I would advise anyone if you have any kind of skill set where you may be a designer or repairer or some kind of artist or anything like that, do your research to find out different platforms that you may be able to sell different products and different services that may be of interest to you. It's not that difficult to get started, but like I said, I will say this: I can't sit here and say that you can just get rich overnight or be super successful with doing it. There's people that are doing extremely well with it. Some have an actual method or a pattern. You see a lot of people selling that you can do this and sell this kind of money and make this amount of money. I think a lot of that has to do with somebody has to do with the system you got, somebody has to do with luck, right? If you got a product or service that people want, great. If you got a talent as far as art, the things that you create that people like, great. But that's hit or miss, right? But at the end of the day, we're talking about things you can do to make passive income where you're not making a huge capital investment with your time or your money. So I would just, if you have any kind of skill set or any kind of interest in doing it, I highly would recommend you trying to sell digital products. The next one's online course and memberships. Learn how to generate passive income on online course and membership in 2025. Here's the deal with this, guys. I've had courses on as well created. Done okay. I wouldn't sit here and say that, hey, I had a blueprint with doing to make it super successful. Have I had some success? I say yeah, because sold something. But to sit here and say that you can do extremely well with doing that, you can. I couldn't sit there and say it would be attributed to the actual amount of effort you have. But I will say this at the end of the day, if you do have a skill set, if you do have a product or service or any kind of formula, any kind of blueprint that you feel that can be able to benefit people, because what we always talk about, the world's always going to need two things, thinkers and fixers. So if you can solve problems, you can be able to lay certain things out. You can go to platforms like Teachable, Kartra. You can make your own course and get them set up, lay everything out. From that point, I would advise you to do some research in regards to how to market your particular product or service. There are a lot of courses out there to teach you how to sell online courses and everything like that, but it's going to be, I'm going to be honest with you, um, a varied amount in regards to what kind of success you will have trying to sell your product or services. I'm being brutally honest with you with that because your boy been doing it for the longest. It's been okay, right? And I actually have a decent following with doing it, but depending on especially the price point, what I mean, the price you're going to sell it for, what people are going to, commit to doing it. Okay, so. But again, we're talking about ways to make passive income ideas, and I don't want to come off as being negative, saying things won't work or will or won't work. I just want to put things in the atmosphere for you to just think about anything that you do. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to take effort. It's going to take some kind of experimentation with doing it, but at least at the end of the day, you got to try it, right? If you got some things already laid out, things that how to paint a house, how to put an engine together, how to, paying eggs for Easter or whatever. If you have that kind of thing set up, we got a system with doing it, or if you not only with the system of creating a system where people can sell and make money and they have some kind of success with doing it, try it out. Try it out. That's the best thing I can say. Again, we're going over um, my top 20, my top 10 ways to make passive income 2025. Here's another: affiliate marketing. I've done pretty good with affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is more so you're partnering up with a third party company where they may have a particular product or service and you're either marketing for them or have it attached to your particular platform. And when a person can make a purchase or for one of their products or services on your platform, you're getting a certain commission or a fee directed back to you with doing this. Affiliate marketing is it can be extremely easy if you all have a following or something like that where you can just always direct people to, hey man, check this out. I remember I had the video we did with Fiverr, and I had the affiliate tag. I did pretty good with that, especially during the pandemic. Past couple years, it's been okay with doing it, but again, we're talking about product or services that are someone else's. You just got to say, hey, I like doing it. You see it a lot on TikTok where people will do the branding for the TikTok stores. That are the partnerships or collaborations with different businesses are doing it. But hey, man, I mean, just take a little effort. Again, we're talking about my top ways to make passive income 2025. And remember, guys, what we're looking at things that are not going to take a lot of your time, things that are not going to take a lot of your money, and things that aren't necessarily going to take up a lot of maybe I want to say brain power, but you don't have to be so experienced. You got to do some research. You got to do some kind of investigation on how to do it, what it takes to do it, and things like that. But it doesn't take a lot, so that's why I want to share these with you, man. Again, that's affiliate marketing. The next one is YouTube automation. Learn how to generate passive income with YouTube automation. I've been a YouTuber about 8 years now. It was very hard at the beginning, just to even get monetized. I think it's easy to get monetized now. I forgot the exact credentials that it takes to get monetized, but I know it wasn't as tough as it was over 5 years ago to get it done. But I will say this, guys, and I'll be brutally honest with you, going back to what I said before. You have a segment. I'm almost 50 years old, so I'm not going to be eating raw eggs and, doing gossip and things like that. And I'm not knocking people who are doing it, but, in regards to what we do, we're trying to provide financial information, help people from an entrepreneur's perspective and things like that. I think a lot of times if you are providing uh, assistance to people, helping them, fixing problems and things like that, you can have some success with doing it. But as always, stick your toe out there. What I find interesting doesn't really matter if you have a million people in the rest of the world, they want to see it, right? So don't second guess yourself with what you want to be able to share to the world, okay? Just because I might have a difficult time, you may not. But all you need is a Gmail address to get started. You don't have to actually go so much and putting in so much money in far as equipment with mics, cameras and things like that. You really just gonna take a little, just a little sweat equity, a little sacrifice of your time, not too much of your money, because you can get um, uh, cowboy light, decent camera, a mic, and may not even spend $200 or $300. Or you can even just walk around with your smartphone, just putting stuff out there as you start gaining traction, gaining confidence in yourself. We're doing certain things, and if the following comes along with that, great. But you don't have to come out the gate putting a lot of money out there. I would advise people to actually, personally, get comfortable being a YouTuber first, right? And then from that point, if you want to start making investments with doing with the equipment and stuff, then you can go from there. Okay. Again, guys, we're talking about top passive income ideas for 2025. Hell, I don't even know what number we're on right now. This print on demand business. Learn how to generate passive income with print on demand business. This right here was something I was very I've done for probably about well over 10 years, especially with the t-shirts, the cups, and things like that. All of the merch that we use for Mr. Short Dollar and Changing Lives. I'm a big proponent. Just trying to be as efficient and lean as possible. I got a master's in supply chain, so I'm always kind of looking at trying to make the most with the least. I don't see nothing wrong if you want to have a t-shirt company and you're taking the t-shirts, you got the screen print and a silk screen, and you put it on, pressed it, and you have it. I think that's one of the best ways to have quality control of your product and things like that. But when we start talking about print on demand, I can actually, just have, you know, this stuff get done. I don't think I'm in control. It getting done, getting outsourced, created, sit to the consumer. Now, without me even touching anything. The onus is on me is to actually do the marketing and advertise to make sure the traffic gets there for people to purchase, for people to buy the books, for people to buy the merchandise, things like that. So it's just a little different. I think, well, and to be honest with you have a little bit more. You have to take care, do the same things as far as the marketing and advertising. If you creating the shirts or creating the products yourself, um, I don't necessarily know, what the price point would be. I can't say and say you make more money doing one or the other because you can buy a shirt for um, uh, $5, sell it for $15, and you made $10 profit. You can be listing the shirt online, selling it for uh, $20, and it may take $10 for it to get printed, shipped to the consumer, a little bit more, a little bit less, and you still in that same price point, but you haven't bought any kind of equipment and you haven't lost any time with doing it. So print on demand, I think, is a very effective way for you to actually push products and services. But you're not gonna have, keep in mind, guys, what I mentioned before, you're not necessarily gonna have the quality control because you can't be selling t-shirts. And this has happened to me where people bought Mr. Short Dollar shirts. Um, and it may be like just sometimes depending on the actual printer, some of the logos may be a little smaller, but it's pretty easy as far as customer service, get a shirt redone. Those kind of things get lost. And I'm not trying to knock myself as far as the product or service, just being honest with people. Um, but I find it extremely effective for a person like me that's juggling 5 or 6 balls. I don't have time to print shirts. I don't have time to send out to places selling shirts, right? If I'm at a venue and I'm doing we're doing an event or something like that, and I'm speaking or whatever, cool, I got copies and stuff like that on now. But if I'm online and say, hey, go buy the $5 ebook, go buy one of my books I wrote, do this kind of stuff. This is the link. People can hit the link and go to it. In a matter of weeks or so to get everything, it's printed, shipped into them and everything. We go from there. I don't have time to be packaging and mailing stuff to customers, but print on demand business is very, very effective if you know that you can have the hustle bustle to get traffic to wherever traffic to the link to go be able to buy those particular products that you are selling. Okay, that's the only thing you got to kind of think about with doing that. Again, we're talking about top passive income ideas for 2025 and dividend stocks. No, self-explanatory. There are a lot of videos out there. My undergrad is in finance, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about investing. The reason why I don't really talk about investment advice and what stocks to buy, to be totally honest with you, um, when we in the finance world, we talk about risk tolerance and risk horizon, right? Risk tolerance being how much risk that you can actually assume or you can take, depending on how you're investing, and their investment horizon. What we talking about? How long you're looking at, hold a particular stock, or how long you're looking to be investing. That can be from a time frame, an age frame, whatever. And people have a rainbow. You can tell folks, listen, I get a disclaimer. I'm not going to promise you these particular things. This is just for informational purposes. But people trust you, and they're gonna believe what you say. And at the end of the day, I always say at the end, I'm a firm believer you have a lot of success doing day trading and things like that. But I do think some things you need to be a lot more engaged in than trying to, hey, let me just try to do this when I can. I'm sorry, trying to do it, on my free time, and I can get rich or have success being as a day trader, right? The thing with dividend stocks is you're already guaranteed a certain yield to actual any stockholder, right? So at the end of the day they're going to get it to you. Now you can have most of the time with brokerage companies, they get the opportunity that you can keep the dividend or you can reinvest in some more of that stock, okay? But that's the easy way because it's already stated what the yield is going to be, what they're going to give you as far as the dividend, right? It's already stated, depending on what the stock price is and everything like that. That can have a variance, but that's the easy way that you have stocks and getting paid for it, and even from the method of what we call dollar cost averaging, and where you actually be putting a certain amount, even the stock costs $100, but on the monthly or weekly, whatever basis, you're paying $20 to it, $20, so you're buying a fraction of it, but as that stock goes up and down, you may be buying more and less of that stock, but it's an easy way to do that. Plus, if you turn around, you got dividends kicking back for it. That money you can sit here and reinvest and buy more stocks. So easy way for you to get paid. I know, like I said, there's a lot of information out there in regards to how to get rich off dividend stocks, and not necessarily one of the things that I would advise people to do if you're not really going to be committed to take a lot of time, become a savvy investor, and educating yourself about stocks and things like that in the finance sector. But dividend stocks are the easy way for you to take advantage of that. Okay, take advantage of passive income. The next one being rental properties, long and short term. Learn how to generate passive income with rental properties. Hey guys, here's the thing about it. I've been the landlord shit almost 20 years now, man. And I'm gonna say um it's been cool, but I think one of the biggest things is you got to get out of the fix or flip mindset. You got to get out of the um, I can get rich on all these property stuff. You can do very well being an investor and a landlord in the short term. That might be from you doing the Airbnbs, the what is it, Verbos, those kind of things. Uh well, not extended with extended stays. Another company past split, but it may be almost like rooming houses and stuff like that. Or you just got your regular tenants that signed to a lease for a year or multi-year leases, things like that. The only thing about it, you just got to get in the right mindset of the cost of carry. And the cost of carry means, the actual maintenance of the crib or somebody moving in, somebody moving out, while somebody's occupying that property. Do you have enough to keep it, straighten up, taken care of? Lights going out, toilet broke, stove went out. You might got a septic problem, roof start leaking and things like that. Can you cover those kind of things? Because the residual that you make each month, what I mean by residual, you rent the house out for $500, your mortgage is $400, that $100 is your residual, right? That may be very skewing from situation to situation, but then we have that $100 residual. Are you paying insurance? Are you paying management fees? Things like that. I always recommend people do your math on the front end where you're looking at all the hypotheticals. Remember the website I told you guys before, dinkytown.net, dinkytown.net. They got about 100 different calculators, and then you can actually find the one for the landlords and do a plug and play. It's renting out for this. These are the actual monthly costs I got. This is what I'm looking at, really the real number falling out on the bottom. And it can also give you a good opportunity to put a certain percentage towards incidentals, things breaking and things like that. So I would also recommend somebody that's looking to get into it and you've never done it before. Um, Join some different meetup groups. Go meet with people, and not necessarily to get caught up with doing deals with them, but kind of just get some OG information where people are sharing information about their successes and their failures and things like that. And you can really, from that point, determine if you really want to be bothered with it or not. Or you can find a mentor that can help guide you just in case you have any setbacks or any questions, things like that. And I always found that was very, especially in the early 2000s, really beneficial to me. Where I could not necessarily with a lot of times people, trying to put stuff on me. And I'm not gonna lie about that. But for the most part, it was people that were just like, "Hey, man, try this," because they had failures and setbacks, and they didn't have nobody to fall back on. So they kind of want to share that with you because again they're legitimately doing it. Most time people lie when they're actually lying about something they did, but when you're genuinely doing it, it's not really too difficult to get some kind of assistance. Okay, the next one, peer-to-peer lending. Um, God, I can't remember, is that the company Lending Tree or Lending something? Peer-to-peer lending is an easy way to generate passive income where they have, you can Google it, peer-to-peer lending companies. And then the gist of it is just say if you have some money to invest, just say you have $1,000, right? You can go to a peer-to-peer company and put the $1,000 up. And they'll have different modules where it may be safe, low risk, medium, and high risk. And those are actually people that are actually getting on the backside. You're putting your money up on the backside. They're having people, they're lending out to people. Then they quote unquote scrutinize the people, maybe looking at credit score, looking at collateral and things like that. But they're charging, various rates. A high risk investment that you can put that $1,000 up with, more like they deal with somebody with a higher risk factor, a lower credit score, but they're also paying a higher rate of return for their loan. Um, but they are, let you know that. But it's an easy way for you to, if you have some money sitting there to the side, you say, hey, let me kind of put my toe in there and see what doing that. And it's kind of you invest in it. Is anything guaranteed to get it and stuff like that? Nah, it's not. It's not. Can you do quite well with doing it? Absolutely. Absolutely, right? And I think frame of mind. Somebody's like, well, let me just try to put in something risky because I got an opportunity to get a higher rate of return with doing it. You can. I would say just for the most part, do your research, do some, you maybe different things, maybe so much here, so much here, so much there. So if you lose it, you lose what you can afford to lose. You're not necessarily losing your life savings, things like that. But peer-to-peer lending is the easy way for you to make passive income. Okay, the platforms are already there. If you got the money, you put it up. You just go from there. Okay. The next one. Lord, I hope I don't miss one while I'm going through this. This is selling stock videos and music. If you are a musician, you got things like that. As far as videos you already have, music and stuff like that, they got tons of streaming companies. You can just take advantage of doing it. A lot of artists are already on this with doing it, but there are a lot of people that actually have been doing music for years and they have not created any kind of digital footprint with their music and things like that. They have recordings, but or even the ones that they do have from a digital standpoint, they haven't put it on a platform. Guys, I want to say one thing to you, and and I just kind of mentioned it earlier. There is a huge world out there. I'm here in South Metro Atlanta, Georgia. There may be people here that may not necessarily be fond of what I do from a musical standpoint, and I'm just speaking hypothetically because I'm not a musician or a creative person at all. But you don't know what people in Australia want. You don't know what people in Zimbabwe want. You don't know what people in Antarctica want, right? I'm just saying that to say once it's out there in the World Wide Web, it's out there. A lot of times, to still go back to what I said before, you as the actual person that's delivering this or creating this particular product or service, another gumption is on you to probably maybe do some marketing and advertising, things like that to kind of open up awareness of who you are and what you are putting out there. But selling stock videos and music is an easy way to make passive income because once it's out there, it's out there, right? Once it's out there, it's out there. Okay. A lot of videos, kind of even just going back to the YouTube thing, there are videos that I make on a we got my evergreen videos that people are always going to need. Especially videos, how to fill out a 1099, how to fill out a W-4, you get a new job, explain how to fill out a Schedule A, B, C, D, or E on a tax form. I'm just thinking these are ones during the pandemic, there was that form, I think 2202 or 2204. A lot of people needed it. Those kind of things evergreen, and it's out there, right? So people, anytime they have those kind of a question about how to fill it out, it's out there. Okay, so that's a good thing, especially if you already have some kind of inventory that you're not taking advantage of. Okay. Next one is rent out digital real estate. Renting out digital real estate. I'm trying to get a example of that digital real estate off the top of my head. There are a lot of things that you can lease out that from intellectual property standpoint, especially if you start talking about licensing deals or different kind of pieces, especially when you're looking at oh my God. When logos, different products or services, you have to when, we're just talking about the music industry, folks had to get certain samples cleared and stuff like that. Once you own it, especially even, you own it and it's out there in the atmosphere, people have to reimburse you a certain amount for that. And so when you have any kind of a digital footprint out there that you have ownership for, you can take advantage of. Now, it behooves you to. I would also kind of like, we talking about these things again. Do your research. Do your research. Don't be so quick to make money that you skip steps. Take your time, take your time, take your time, learn as much as possible. And I would assure you, if you have things out there and people need it, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Get you a good attorney. Get you a good attorney, not a good cousin or friend. Get a good attorney that can is vast for those particular laws as far as digital real estate or different digital products that you may own, things like that, that you can maybe do some kind of licensing or some kind of leasing agreement with. But if you have it out there, man, take advantage of it, okay? Okay, self-publishing on Amazon. Learn how to self-publish passive income with self-publishing on Amazon KDP in 2025. I've put several books out on Amazon KDP. Pros and cons. I think it's a great thing to do. A lot of established writers like to go through do self-publishing and sell the books themselves. I don't have time to do it. I got a full accounting firm. You know, I don't have time to do it. Really, be honest, I don't have an interest in doing it. Could you make more money if you have an actual a publishing company or a broker doing some of that stuff? Absolutely. But nine times out of ten, if you're not established writer, you're not a celebrity, you're not gonna have that anyway, right? The thing where you're doing the self-publishing with KDP on Amazon, you're selling your particular book. But going back to, like I said before, the royalty that you may be left for before the book is created, shipped and printed and all that kind of stuff, it may be only um, I would say maybe a book that you sell it for $15, you may only bring home maybe $4 to $5. And that may not seem like a lot, but to be totally honest with you, when you go the whole route of you publishing and self, you getting it published yourself, printed and everything, and sending to an outside vendor, I don't necessarily know if the margins are going to be any better. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit worse, but it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot. The only thing different is you want to, if you actually go to a printer, the printer, you don't have that shipping cost incurred with it. Where if you're doing the print on demand, because usually the self publishing they'll ship it out for you. But you can also get it printed, and then you can get so many of them, and they'll send them to you. But even if you have them holding yourself and you mailing it to a customer, it's still a cost you're going to incur. But I think it's a great thing to do if you know you don't have time to sit and print, run from this place, run from that place, print it, mail all the stuff down. At the end of the day, you still can do that. But I'm just saying that's a great platform, and we know Amazon on the top. Um, Probably the largest on time online retailer in the world. So again, you're not limited to selling in Atlanta. Now you can sell in Australia, the UK, Africa, things like that. So just a great thing to kind of keep in mind. Again, selling products on our KDP. Went back for a second. Oh, and that was actually the last one. I think that was number 11. That was the bonus one with doing it. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, listen, guys, man, I hope there was a great discussion to help you guys in regards to my uh top passive income ideas for 2025. Been a long week, guys. Tax season, boy. Had your boy dragging a lot. But listen, take advantage of all the great information we just talked about and all the good information coming down the pipe. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, where we talk about personal finance, entrepreneurship, real estate investing, and business. To take advantage of all the information, hit that dollar sign in the bottom right hand corner to subscribe to the channel, and also hit that bell to get a notification each time we upload a new video. Guys, listen, 2025 is going to be great. Got a lot more information coming out to help you guys be super successful. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk with you soon.